Hello, hello, hello. I am back with the next installment in 14 Valentines in 14 days. And I'm back to using new stuff because you guys are, excuse me, not used to me doing this. I'm usually like, oh my gosh, who knows where it's buried, and I bought it. And like I always say, I shop faster than I craft. But I am on it. And I saw this and I go, ooh, wouldn't this make a cute Valentine card? So I'm going to do it up just a little bit different. Not by much, really, because it's perfect. But I do want to change up the sentiment. And even though I have it here, but this is almost lends itself more like as if it were for a bridal shower or a baby shower or something like that. And I don't want it. I want this. I think this is the one I'm going to make the send to my BFF. So you will see what I do, because when you don't have the stamp, then you've got to think in left field. And what is that going to be? I'll show you. So give me a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually I don't have to cut up my pieces of paper, but I do need to cut down. I'm going to make A2s, obviously. I've got like 3 or 4 here because that's what I've been doing. I've been doing in multiples. But I'm going to go ahead and cut up my background because I'm definitely using the red, and I'm going to grab and cut up some white panels. All right. So give me a couple of minutes and I'll be right back, and we'll sit here and start die cutting. All right. Be right back. All right, people, I have done all my handy dandy cutting out of paper, and I put it in my little handy dandy little paper holder, what do you want to call it, that I got at Dice. So I knew I'd find a use for some of these things. I go, yeah, in here literally I put everything. The card bases, the back, all the layers that I needed to futz with. But we have new priorities and a new order for doing things. Let's try to do something right. I am pooping out, so it's inevitable. Inevitable. Just wait for it. You know I'm going to make a mistake in here somewhere. But let's see how long I go before I do it, okay? Let's see. Oh, my lordy. Okay, so I'm going to go first with stamping my cards. That is, but first we stamp. Because let's stamp them while they're flat and easy to deal with. Because most of the stamping, whatever I'm going to do to it, I can do while this flipping card is flat. So we are going to start with, this is the front, so this is the back. And I'm bringing it up 1/2 inch. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm going to ask you guys to indulge me. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to stamp the rest of the cards, so I already have them all done, all right? One moment, please. Yes, so I'm not stamping anymore. I'm done stamping, so we're going to put away. No, we're going to save that piece of paper. We need it in a minute. So I'm going to put Misty away. And where did I put the marquee? Hello? I pulled it off of the table because it was in my way. And where? Oh, he's right here in front of me. Good grief. He was cleverly hiding in plain sight. Evil, evil marquee. So we're going to, let me pull it out because he'll stick right to the mat. we are going to open up this one. I can't believe that I am opening up something so fast after I bought it. I've had this, what, maybe a week here? It's not been here that long. So, I mean, it took a minute to get here. But, you know, I'm not an A-lister. I'm just, you know, I'm just like you guys. It gets here when it gets here. You know, I'm nobody special. Well, yeah, I am. But I'm just, you know, but they don't give special consideration people who are short but special. So, so it just is. I just have to patiently wait for my orders. Just like you. I cut my little sliver off now so that I can put that away. So now we are going to pull out, hello. We're actually going to pull out both pieces because we are going to die cut it out. So we are going to go ahead. Let me grab my white. I wonder. Okay, I'm back and I started to get ahead of myself. I mean, I'm done now with all of the stamping. I have all of these cards stamped inside with the sentiment and then on the back. And all I need is to sign them, but I'll sign them when they're done. So I'm going to set these, and I just stacked them one inside the other, and they can stay stacked that way. We're going to put them back in our tray, but I am going to need this white cardstock. I already cut out my sentiment. Actually, I already cut up for all 4 cards, but I'm leaving 2 right here, and I'm going to glue those 2 layers together with the puddle method. I don't need it. I wanted to bring it up a little bit, but not a lot. Now, what we are getting to the business of is the fun stuff, and I want to cut out. I'm going to take this panel. I want to, because it's going to be raining hearts in my card, because I want to do this as a Valentine's card. Oh. And so we have our panel. I have my red panel. I'm going to go ahead. I need to now cut my umbrella. So, I mean, look at that. That looks so cool already. So I'm going to set these aside because right now all we're doing is one. So I have my red panel. I have this one already die cut. I'm going to set that aside. Actually, we'll just put it here in the front pocket. Now I need to pull my pieces out of here. So we're going to come here and let me grab my strips, my larger strips of red right here. And we're going to add our umbrella friend right here. And this piece right here. And I think if I play my cards right, because now I know that in the sample, the handle is black. I suppose I could leave it black. I was going to do it red, but no, I think I'll leave it black. So we have black paper there. So then it's about, I'm just trying to get as much as I can out of this paper. So I don't think I can get both pieces here again, but I for sure can get at least one of those pieces. So now it's about using my tape here. And we're going to run it through the marquee. Where is, there we go. And we're going to add my top layer here. I'll move these guys to the side. See, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to, marquee sticks. When it decides I am going to be here, oh, it's going to be here. But that's a lovely thing is that it doesn't move around because I'm only lightly holding it in place. It's not like, oh, no, it wants to move. And I already launched the die itself, but there we go. There's my lovely little umbrella with, you can see the impression in it, and the same here. I probably could have, oh no, this side, uh-oh. It didn't, how did that happen? It came out the other end. Hello? Well, that's kind of sucky. All right, hang on. Hang on, I'm going to fix this. Be right back. Well, I fixed the crisis, and it was only that the die had moved off the edge of my platform. I didn't catch it, so it did a partial die cut. So that was a problem why it didn't cut all the way through. But that's okay. I mean, I cut more out. Now we're off to the races, and let's get the rest of these little pieces cut. I'm back. I've been a little bit unfaithful, but I solved my problem. And I wanted it to say, showering you with love. Now, my stamp didn't say that. And I wanted to show you guys what I did, but I just opened up a Word document because I have Word, and I typed it out. And I used, and this is, I think, Calibre font. And I took a leap of faith that this was going to fit this die. And, you know, again, God favors fools and small children. And needless to say, y'all know which one I am. But there we go. I can now die cut it out. And I will make it a little bit shorter, but right now I'm centering it because I can. But I think now my question being, should I cut these apart? I think I'm going to do that. So give me 1 second. Now we're going to grab again our sentiment strip. We're centering it, but I'll snip off a little bit off the edges anyway. Or I could leave it that way. I mean, who knows? We'll see. And maybe I should put the cut. No, it is. The cut edge was down. Okay. Oops. Mostly I just want to make sure it's centered. I want to make sure my tape holds my die down, but I do not want it touching the word so it doesn't, you know, because of the pressure, pull off some of the ink. I mean, it shouldn't because this is a laser printer. This is why I'm using my work printer. Ah, stay. There we go. Come here. Bring this up. Oops. And let's cut our... Do I feel? No, it looks okay. It just went in at an angle. So it's an optical illusion. And there you go. Here's my strip. Perfect. And if you give me a moment, I will be back. I'm going to cut the rest of these out. All right. We are ready now to start putting this puppy together. So let's start by putting our sentiments first together, and then we'll work on our umbrella.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. And take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will.
Towel. Okay. So now we have to do our umbrella. And of course, this is where you realize this is the back layer. So it's basically a shadow layer, except there's no shadowing there because I cut it out of the same color red. And I knew what I was doing when I did it. I didn't care. I figured I'm going to either find red paper or, which was in the back of my mind from the minute I made the realization, is I have ink. So I have grabbed aged mahogany from the Tim Holtz, the Distress ink. It's the Distress ink, not the oxide, but the ink. Only because I don't have the oxide. I probably would have tried it. But what I'm going to do is I need to darken this out a little bit to give it at shadow, to give it that depth, that the perception of depth. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to ink it up. I'm going to darken it up with ink. And I can already tell a little different. I'm going to hit it. I'm not hitting it very hard because it's easier to build up, but if I overdo it, there's no going back. So let's see if that's okay. What kind of a shading? Oh my gosh, if I could pick up that piece. There we go. doesn't have to be a ton. It just has to be noticeably darker on the back. So we'll just pull the rest that's off on the sponge. But I'm going to call that good. That just gave me my little bit of shading. So there you go, guys. There's a cheat. Or I could have gone into my stash. I could have found darker paper. But I wanted to present another option in case you don't have that darker piece of paper. I mean, it's debatable which went faster, this or finding the piece of paper and die cutting, you know, the other part out. But now we're going to go ahead. Now we can glue those pieces together. Don't do what I do. So we're going to keep these apart, let them dry up. Let me come back. And let's put our little handle together first. There we go. Oh, we're going to have to work with our little contrary little bottle here because we only want to put in, oops, that now, yeah, like I said, contrary. Before it didn't want to give me glue, now it's like, yeah, let's mess with her. There we go. Oh, for Pete's sakes, I put the glue on the wrong side. So we're going to grab another one because we die cut extras. There we go. We're going to do this one more time. I'm a dork. I'm a tired dork is what I am. Let's do that. See, what earlier I was doing fine, but now it's gotten even later. And I just feel it. I feel really tired. Okay. So far, so good. But now I've got to put that little tiny piece on. It's like, oh. These are the moments. You know, I always love Spellbinders because that attention to detail, it's those little things that make these projects look so awesome, excuse me. But my gosh, little dinky pieces like this are the bane of my existence. It's like, really? But it's the you know, I don't know where the adage, the devil is in the details. I don't believe the devil is in the details. I think God's in the details. Unless it's, you know, he's, you know, the devil's making us crazy with these details, in which case then, yeah, I guess I will give it to him. Did I get that? I'm trying to line it up because I see little parts of silver peeking out. But I'm also running out of, I think I've run out of widget time. Okay, so there's our umbrella handle. Now we are going to try this again. I suppose what I could do, and how far out does that little thingy stick? Let's look at my picture real quick. I think it just barely pokes out. So I think I can just glue it there like that. So we're going to glue it to the umbrella and then we're going to glue it together. That sounds like a plan, man. So see, don't do what I do. Do what I say. After I'm like, oh, crud. And I don't think it's side to side. But you know what? It's still not completely dry. I think it's because it's shiny. Okay. Now, come here, my pretty. Let me just put down some glue right there. Actually, no. Put the lid back on here. Let's grab Nuvo because it dries a little bit faster, and we're doing on a non-porous shiny spot. And there you go. Now we'll just center it on there, and we butt it right up. It's a little piece, a little schmutz of glue. There we go. But when I'm doing this, you think maybe I should put it straight? What do you guys think? Okay. Oh, look how cute. We could use it just like this and I'd be a happy camper. But no, attention to detail. That shadow layer, oh my God, totally makes the umbrella. Totally makes the project. Okay, now we're going to come back again and lay down more glue correctly this time at the appropriate time. It's like, holy cannoli. See, I'm so tired. I'm even incapable of humor. Not my little happy, skippy, smart alecky self. I am just like, oh my gosh, my eyes just want to close. But this too shall pass. You know, things will normalize here to whatever normal is in this house. You know, I won't have to be running to the hospital every day to see my mom and call them like 3 times a day just to make sure, you know, she's gotten her meds, talk to doctors, talk to nurses. It's like, good grief. And there we go. And today was a long day at work. I ended up working late too, so that didn't help. Okay. I'm sorry for yawning. Now we are ready to lay this layer down. And I'm going to have to do a bit of a combination job on it because I want to use tape, but I also, over here, there's no using tape over here. It's going to have to be glue. So what we're going to do is go crazy. Very short trip for some of us, right? So, yeah, there we go. I'm going to come across here. So we're just going to run our tape. Okay, I'm just going to run a couple of strips, 3 strips. And I know I went over. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. Now I am going to want to go for the narrow glue here. And just go around the edges here. And here as well. There we go. And I'm adding it literally right on top of the tape because that will it'll give me a few seconds where I can move the die cut layer down around to center it. Because the minute that tape grabs, you know that it grabs. And let's lay this down. My gosh, that was like almost perfect. And I have a little bit of a schmutz right there. But there we go. It's all in the tools, and I caught it fast. Let me just go on the back. My hands are dirty. They feel dirty. So give me a sec. I'm going to put you guys on hold for a second. Let me go wash my hands. Kiddos, we're in the home stretch, and we got to finish this card before I start snoring on camera. I'm so tired. Okay, so we're going to glue our friend the umbrella down here. So I'm going to go with this right here. I think I'm only going to apply it here and okay. And by the time I also put the sentiment and everything, that should also be okay. Although, let's see what happens if I go this way. If I force the perspective in the other way, well, there you go. I got a straight handle for my umbrella. Now, we have to decide where our sentiment, here's our, that should be as well. And now I press. And we've got it. It's almost done. It needs a little bit more pizzazz. It needs that, it needs to be zhuzhed. Although I think before I zhuzh it, we're going to adhere this layer to our card front. Logical. Okay, so there we go. We've got our sentiment down. Now, I pulled out the sparklets because it needs, to me, it needs some sparkle. So we are going to be laying some of these down. Have I seriously never used this? Oh my goodness, I bought this last year. So I just pull out a few. And let's grab our little, oops, no matter, it doesn't matter which end I pull on, it's always the wrong end. And I just want, I think it'll be easier with the tweezers. And last but not least is this one right here. It's like a little hair or something right there. No, wait, no. That one's the weird one. And there we go. I'm going to set these aside real quick. Close this up. But there's our little card, our little Valentine. Hello, showering you with love. Just wanted to say I love that we are friends. Happy Valentine's Day. So there we go. I got to use something new. Oh my gosh, there's almost like I want to add a little heart right here. What do you guys think? Like suddenly, as I'm sitting here thinking, I think I want to put one right there. So no, we're not done yet. It's never done. See, I'll start filling up all the hearts. If you let me go, I will fill up every one of these hearts with a sparkly heart. You watch. It's like I'm never done. It's never enough. It's like, oh wait, I can do one more thing. No, wait. No, wait. No wait is going to be the death of me yet. All right, now, seriously, I'm done. I hope you like this. I hope that if nothing else, you picked up on a couple of things, like, saving yourself when you don't have the right color, because now you see that shading on that umbrella. I mean, this is a very simple card. Nothing to get excited about. It only took us 3 days to finish. But you know what? What the heck? But hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you did, go ahead. Please give me a thumbs up and drop me a note. All of those things get me noticed on YouTube so that others will find me. God save them. You might not want to do it and save them, okay? But if you do, I love it. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. If you want to see more of my madness, you guys all know what the drill is, okay? Go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell, and you know when this mad woman will be back. Meanwhile, I'm going to let you go so that I can go and recharge my batteries, and I will see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, don't forget, we're all a little mad here. So come craft madness with me, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.